What's up, TTFF people, and welcome to the Tucson Family Food Project. My name is Steven Cota-Robles. I'm here in my home kitchen today as part of our collaboration with the Dairy Council of Arizona, the Community Food Bank of Southern Arizona, and cultural anthropologist, ancient food archaeologist, and professional chef Amber Sampson. We're bringing you an additional delicious drink recipe this week. One of my personal favorites, horchata. Horchata is a beverage beloved by many, and with origins rooted in ancient traditions and civilizations, over time horchata has evolved into various regional recipes. Today's version is the most well-known in the United States and my personal favorite. So get ready, because today we're learning how to make Mexican horchata. To make this recipe, you'll need 1 cup of uncooked white rice, a couple of cinnamon sticks, 1 cup of Arizona dairy whole milk. Today we're using Dansison, one of my personal favorites, a 12-ounce can of evaporated milk, a 12-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, some sugar to taste, some ground cinnamon for garnish, vanilla, and we're also going to use 8 cups of warm water divided in half, and we'll finish this off with 4 cups of ice. And what you'll need to make this recipe is a nice big bowl, a strainer or cheesecloth, a nice big spoon, and a blender. So the first thing we're going to do to start this recipe is wash our rice. So what I'm going to do is take our 1 cup of uncooked white rice, put it in a bowl, and then I'm just going to put in a bit of water, and then with my hands I'm just going to basically wash the rice, and you can see how quickly that water gets very cloudy. That's all the starch is releasing from the rice. And we're basically just going to repeat this step until the water in here runs clear. And you could drain this from the bowl like this if you want, or you could also use your strainer, which is a pretty effective way of doing this. There is our washed rice. For our next step, we're going to take our cinnamon sticks and roughly break these up by hand. And they can be a little tough, so just breaking them into a few pieces is good enough. Oh, that one's fine. We're going to put that and 4 cups of water in with the rice. Give it a little stir, and then we're going to cover this and put it in the refrigerator for at least 4 hours, or preferably overnight, to let that cinnamon infuse into the rice. So here is our rice that has been soaking overnight in our water and cinnamon. Oh, it's very cinnamony. I can smell it from here. Now, I'm just going to use some chopsticks to take out the cinnamon pieces, and then this is going to be ready for the blender. Now we are ready for our blender. So what I'm going to do is work in 2 batches. I'm going to add half of this rice in and half of the water, and we're going to puree this in the blender until it forms a smooth paste-like consistency, and then we'll transfer this over to our pitcher, and then we'll come back for the second half. Looks like about half. And we're going to puree this until it's smooth, about 4 minutes.
few minutes later.
All right, so that's been about 4 minutes. Very, very smooth. I can see that looking inside, all the rice is ground up. This isn't exactly paste-like, but we're still gonna pass it through the strainer, and with our next batch, it'll probably be a little thicker. That means I probably eyeballed it a little off, but that is all good. So now with this first batch, we are gonna start pouring it into our pitcher. So I'm just gonna put my strainer over the pitcher, and we're gonna pour directly in here, and we're gonna use the back of our spoon to get out any solid pieces and get as much liquid in here as possible. Awesome, super good, super smooth. All right, let's go in for round 2. All right. So like the last batch, I can tell that everything is all blended up. This does look a little bit thicker, you can see here. So let's run it through our strainer. Awesome, just little bits of rice, a little tiny hint of cinnamon left over, but overall very, very smooth. Now we're ready to assemble the rest of our horchata. So all we have to do is pour in our evaporated milk, our 1 cup of Arizona dairy milk, our sweetened condensed milk, our vanilla, it's gonna get a 1/2 teaspoon, and our water. And we're gonna give this a nice stir and make sure we incorporate all of that sweetened condensed milk all throughout. And then we'll taste it and adjust as needed. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So good. Now this is ready to serve over ice. So there is our homemade horchata. Truth be told, this is the very first time I've ever made horchata at home. I always get it somewhere else. It takes a little bit of time, but it's actually really easy and it is super delicious. Oh, that is awesome. So I didn't add any extra sugar to this. I think that the sweetened condensed milk gives it enough. But if you wanted to, you could add a little bit of cane sugar into this. It'll dissolve right in there if you want to sweeten it up a little extra. Very, very good recipe. Thank you so much to the Dairy Council of Arizona, the Community Food Bank of Southern Arizona, and the incredible Amber Sampson for this recipe. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I love, appreciate, and respect all of you. So until next time, peace. This is awesome. I know, we're gonna have to start making that regularly.